Today marks 1 year since George Floyd's death by police. Since then, we've seen countless marches from Minneapolis, where the push for change began, to right here in Middle Tennessee. News Channel 5's Kelsey Gibbs tells us about the social justice reforms that came after Floyd's death and what advocates say still needs to be done.
The marching and the holding the sign, that's part of the awareness part. That's part of the saying that, look, I acknowledge and I understand that this is real.
May of 2020 was the start of a large-scale social justice movement.
Minority communities have been saying that our encounters with police are harmful, that our encounters with police have resulted in people being killed.
Nashville branch NAACP President Cheryl Gwynn says May 25th will forever have new meaning.
It's just one of those days where your position is, God, how did we get to this point?
The video of George Floyd's death by police on this day 1 year ago sparked a worldwide march for justice.
I do think that people are definitely aware and they have said things, but I just would hope that this would drive people to move.
Following protests, Nashville Mayor John Cooper not only called for police to put a ban on chokeholds, but to set policies making it clear if an officer witnesses excessive force, they must report it.
There just shouldn't be a time where other officers are present and they see someone being killed and then they just do nothing.
The Metro Nashville Police Department embraced the 8 Can't Wait campaign last year. It's a list of 8 principles officers pledged to follow, including things like de-escalation.
I do feel that there should be police accountability.
Gwynn says we still have a ways to go before we see some big changes.
Speak up to the powers that be that you know can change these things.
She says it starts with more community policing and fighting to end all forms of racial inequalities from education, employment, and housing.
Oh, I'm always hopeful. I mean, there's no way in the world that I could be part of an organization like the NAACP and not be hopeful.
Kelsey Gibbs, News Channel 5.
Thank you, Kelsey. Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin was convicted for Floyd's death. He'll be sentenced next month. 3 other officers who were on scene when Floyd was killed will stand trial next March. They face charges of aiding and abetting in Floyd's murder. All 4 officers were also indicted on civil rights violations during the arrest.